Russia warned US it was going to conduct airstrikes on fighters in Syria. This caused the US to immediately warn the fighters to move their positions, and also ensure that no US forces were nearby. Officials told CNN that American forces did not move because they were far enough away, but local fighters did. The Russian airstrikes appeared highly calculated at a time when tensions between Washington and Moscow are high over the war in Ukraine, and the Pentagon is trying to ensure that tensions do not escalate with Russian forces, including in Syria, where both sides have worked in close proximity each other for many years. Officials said the initial U.S. assessment is that Russian forces were ordered to inform the U.S. ahead of time and conduct airstrikes, knowing they would not kill U.S. troops, and that the U.S. would warn their allies, officials said. But the Russians still achieved their goal of sending a message to the U.S. that they can attack without worrying about retaliation, one official said. The notification by Russia came through the long-standing bilateral disengagement line that has operated for several years, where each side informs the other of military operations and movements that risk a miscalculation if each side is not aware of the other's activities. The American view is that the Russians were downplaying the risk of a crisis, knowing that the U.S. would inform local fighters. The incident took place around the Al-Tanf garrison in southeastern Syria, where U.S. and Syrian opposition forces have long operated. The attacks were carried out against locations where U.S.-backed Maghfir al-Thawra fighters were operating. There were no immediate reports of casualties, but there is believed to be damaged property. U.S. officials said the Russians claimed the group carried out a roadside bomb attack against Russian forces. The U.S. believes this did not happen, and the Russians used this as a reason to launch airstrikes.